Hello everyone, welcome back to Shaw Racing Collects, where today we have another video. Today's video is part 6 in the CharlesD TCDB Tuesday, huge trade. He's had pretty much the whole week except Monday, so this is all, that's how many cards there were. There's like 1,500 cards. I do so many trades and everything else. I've been doing a lot of big trades right now, trying to get some sets completed, some sets new set started, because it's easier to trade when you got lots of stuff you want to trade for. With CharlesD on TCDB, he's going on to his 6th anniversary from Guelph, Ontario. 3,508 items, 107,751 cards for sale. He buys, he sells, he trails, no reasonable offer refused. So get a hold of him. He's easy to deal with. Cards are awesome, as you're going to see, and as you've seen in the other 5. It's so easy. I've done a few trades with him. I highly recommend him. Out of the 585 comments, 100 positive. I know probably 5 or more are mine. I think we've done like 8 trades or something like that. So get a hold of him. You won't be sorry. So let's go and see what's in this video. So this video is all of our off size. Going to be the oversized and the undersized stuff. Not regular size, regular card size anyway. So we're going to start with these. As you can, it's kind of hard to tell because you're doing, but there's your regular size card. So this is the Dunross All-Stars, I think they called them. But these are the ones from '84. You got Harold Baines, Andre the Hawk Dawson. You got Keith Hernandez, Steve Carlton, Freddie Lynn, Bill Buckner. Got Richie Zisk. Oh, I need to go up just a little bit here. You got George Hendrick, Lance Parrish, Steve Garvey, Dickie Thon, Ron Oyster. I think that finishes that set off for me. I'm not 100% positive, but yeah, it's a really good start on finishing these sets. Like I said, I love getting the oddball stuff. Next up, we've got Dunross Champions. We got Carl Yastrzemski, Mike Schmidt, Pete Rose. We got Dale Murphy, Johnny Bench. Then we go into the All-Star 85. Sorry, everybody, I'm putting them back away here so they don't. I hate leaving anything out in case something happens. Okay, we got Damaso Garcia, Eddie Murray. We got 86. We got Pete Rose, Dan Petrie. And then we've got, this was from Hostess Potato Chips, Mike Fitzgerald and Dave Stieb. Dave Stieb, of course, should have had a whole bunch of Cy Youngs. He was the most dominant pitcher in the 80s. But those are really cool. And then these here were the All-Star Fan Fest when they had that in Toronto, when they had the All-Star game in Toronto. And these were a 3D collector card. Now, I don't open them. This is Cal Ripken. What you do is you kind of open them. There it's got the stands, and then you kind of see that. You can pop that up so it looks like 3D of him running in front of them. I don't do it because it wrecks them. We got Greg Olson, Eric Davis, Carlton Fisk, Mike Scott. Again, like I said, kind of got the same fan scene, or close. And there's one that doesn't have it popped out. That's what the thing looks like. But they kind of stand up in front of the stands to make it look like it's an action thing. We got Tim Wallach, Cecil Fielder, got Dwight Doc Gooden, and Dale Murphy. Now I think that finishes off that set for me. Well, thank you very much, Charles. Then we got some craft dinner. This is the gold edition of Chris Pronger. Come on. We got some Jello pudding. We got a Mario Lemieux and a Paul Correa. That is all the oversized stuff. that, and I'll put that away in a sec. Now we've got all the smaller stuff. These are these the tops ones or the O-Pee-Chee? These are the top stickers. Now again, they don't have the names on the front. Give me a second here, because I've got to go. There we go. So I'm going to go through these fairly fast. There's Jim Abbott. I think that's his rookie. Reardon. Ricky Henderson. Olson. That's Rhino. Not sure on that one. That Mattingly. Like I said, it's hard to figure out who a lot of these guys are. I think that was Kenny Lofton. There's Maddox. Another Olson. There's a Rhino. There's Mitch Williams, one of the Blue Jays' favorite pitchers. If you don't believe me, ask Mike; he'll tell you. Trying to see if there's anybody else I recognize. I think that's Barry Bonds. I think that's what that one was. I think that was Fryman. Without having TCDB open, it's hard to tell. But they do have, if you look on the backs, these are actually just as collectible, the backs, because a lot of people have used the stickers. So the backs are collectible as well. I don't use the stickers. I try to get as many as I can. There's Doc Gooden. There's Bell. There's Crucker. There's Jack Morris. There's Bobby Bowe. There's Drayback. Some of the guys you just know by looking at them, but some of them, because they're so small, actually, mind you, they're a heck of a lot bigger on my computer screen because I zoomed in. Might be able to tell a few more. I think that's Bly Levin. Oh, not sure on that one. It's nice action shots, though. Perks, maybe? So, yeah, that is those. Next up, we have some. I can get them all. Oh, that one's upside down. Oh, no, it's not. All right. These. Oh. 1 second, please, because we gotta go even closer. All right. Now the names are on the back, so I gotta. Oh, that's Dykstra. There's Crime Dog. Bonds. Yep. Tim Wallach, maybe. Nope. Frank Thomas. Checklist. Let's go. And how the heck are you supposed to read that? I'm sorry, I can't read that. Kirby. Andy Pettit. Nope, Jim Abbott. There's Pat Borders for my Jays. John Smoltz, I think. Yep. Nope, no idea on that one. Jose Rio. Helton, maybe. Nope, David Nied. Benito Santiago. The Dodgers, we've got Tim Wallach. And that is Moises Alou. Now these I gotta put over here. So that's it for the baseball ones. Now, we got some hockey stickers. Well, I'm going to have to back out just a little bit because they're aren't as big as the tops ones, but I think, is that not Mike Bossy? Yep, that's Mike Bossy. That one doesn't really show anybody. Game action. Oh, I think that actually goes there. It's a two-part sticker. That's game action. What the heck was his name? Richard Berger. No idea. Game action, game action. It's another one, but they go together. 9 and 10. Brad Marsh? Nope, game action. Should have known. Now we're getting into some of the players. That's Peter Stastny. Got another game action. Oops. Nope, that looks like it's two different ones there. 16. Oh no, it's the same. There they are. No idea. Peter Stastny. Looks like I got the Nordic team set here. Marion Stastny. Yes, they were related. Mark Tardif. Wolf Piedmont. Is that Michel Goulet? No, Riel Cloutier. No idea. Anton Stastny, that was the third one. No, this is Michel Goulet. That's Dale Hunter. That is Guy Lafleur. Even though it's an inaction card, but Guy is like front and center there. Gotta put that separate. Now we've got some Humpty Dumpty cards for hockey. So that's not too bad. Is that Kirk? Oh, that's Shane Corson. Joe Newendike? Nope, Dave Gagne. That's Al McGinnis. Hardest shot all time. I don't care what anybody says. Give him one of these composite sticks that the guy used now. He'd probably put the goalie through the net. Alright, next up we have some 90-91. Oh, sorry. No, we got some. Is that 83? 89. Okay, we got 89-90, 90-91, 91-92. The first one's O-Pee-Chee in the 89. So these are 89. I think that's McGinnis. Again, it doesn't say. Not sure. But you can tell they're O-Pee-Chee. Why? Because it's got French on it. No idea. I think that's Tim Kerr on that one. And then we've got 90-91 Panini stickers. I should back out just a bit. Man down. That'll teach me to kick the desk. Now, I'm waiting on Johnny to comment on that, because everybody knows he will. Alright, let me just back out here a little on the zoom. There we go. Alright. Actually, oh, that's the problem. Alright. Okay, so now we have got the Coupe de Stanley. Got the Stanley Cup. The right way, yes. Okay. We got Dean Evison, Mikael Anderson, Brad Shaw, Russ Courtnall, Mark Johnson, Chris Terreri. Oops. There's Peter Stastny. And we went over to the Devils after. Then we got Yanni Ojanen. We got the Islanders hologram. Kelly Kissio. Brian Leach. Brian Mullen. Mike Richter. Mark Janssens. Kerry Wilson. Bernie Nichols. Darren Turcotte. The Beezer. John Van Beesbrook. Ron Sutter. And Kenny Lindemann. And these are the 90-91. No, 91-92. Got my boy Bob Probert. I've loved watching that guy. He's the only guy I know that'll fight you, say thank you, and then give you a kiss on the forehead. And then we got, of course, JR's favorite goalie, most people's favorite goalie, Ron Hextall. Hacksaw. Gotta love Hacksaw Hextall. Alright, next up we have we got some Goodwin champions. We got a Gaudy of Jamie Dwyer. Got Goodwin champions of James Holzhauser. Then we got the King on the mini, Miles Bridges on the mini, and Megan Rapone on the mini. Let's go with that. Alright, next up, we're going somewhere else now, people. These are from 1988, I think, if I remember correctly. Up here in Canada, we had Hostess potato chips. Well, they did this set, which was Summer Hot Flicks from 20th Century Fox. They did a bunch of movies that were coming out that year. So you had Big, Tom Hanks, Short Circuit 2, there's Johnny 5. Johnny 5 is alive. You got Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Masters. It was Dream Warriors. But there's Freddy Krueger. You got My New Gal, or My New Car. That is Kimberly Foster that's in it. Also from My New Car, you got the car. And George Newbern, and then you got Kimberly Foster again. Yeah, I think I'll go with that one so far. Alright, next up, we got some Red Rose Tea cards. The Snowshoe Hare. We've got the Eastern Chipmunk and the Water Buffalo. Cape or African Buffalo. Okay. What he said. Alright. Lastly, oh no, we got one more at the back there. These here are from, I'm not sure. They are Beauty and the Beast stickers. Hey, it's a type of card. We love cards here at Charles Racing Collects. I do anyway. Glutton for punishment, I guess. But yeah. So we got Belle. Cheap. We got the footrest. I can't remember his name. Pierre, maybe, or something. We got the chest of drawers. Milkshake. We got a pie. We got a book. We got Mrs. Potts. Gaston. No. Don't remember his name. There he is. There's the. That same guy? Yeah, that's the same guy. There's Chep. There's the maid. There he is again. There's the castle. And we're going to finish it off with a WWF Demolition Axe and Smash. Awesome little sticker there for wrestling. The only thing he had for wrestling was that. So that's, yeah, that's part 6. I went a little quicker than a couple of the other ones. You know what? Let's do 2 for our cards of the video. I'm doing the Demolition Axe and Smash for Johnny because that was his favorite tag team. If that's a double, Johnny, that's coming to you. And yeah, not hard to tell why. So, that is the end of part 6. That is the end of the trade we did with CharlesD. Thank you so much, Charles. Finishing off a couple sets, helping us start some new sets, getting a really good start on them. Yeah, Hopefully I talk to you again before our 6-year anniversary. But that is awesome. This is just, it's so much fun trading with you. Looking forward to trading again. Everybody, I highly, highly recommend trading with them. So go, get a hold of them, do up a trade. You won't be sorry. With that, I want to thanks everybody for watching and have a fucking good day. We'll see you Monday, which I guess is tomorrow, for Mail Day Monday, and then we're back to regular TCDB Tuesday on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody. Bye.